All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, thanks for tuning in another week here on the Coach's Corner. Great start to my morning every morning. So I'm super happy that I've been with you all week this week. And we're going to end this week with the word that when I first saw it, somebody brought it to us from the Coach's Corner. And you're like, well, I mean, I've heard that word a million times. But it's actually a pretty tough word to study, a lot tougher than I thought. And the word's excellence. Excellence. And so I dove into it and went, whoo. Sometimes words are interesting, how you don't think they'd be complicated, but then they kind of get complicated. So I'm going to roll with it this morning as we end the week. Excellence, the quality of being outstanding or extremely good. An outstanding feature or quality. I came across this and I wrote it down. I want to share it with you. Excellence is never an accident. It is the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and the vision, and this is what I want to emphasize, the vision to see obstacles as opportunities. Let me ask you a question. What's going on in your life right now that you would say is an obstacle? Is it your company? Is your company having some obstacles? Are you looking at it as opportunity? Is your health, or maybe your exercise, or your peak performance, are you having obstacles? Did you pull a hamstring? You know? I recently pulled something in my leg and it was like, okay, that was not good. It was an obstacle. But did I receive it as an opportunity? Mindset, right? It's all mindset. And I'm as guilty as anybody. I don't always have the right mindset. I don't always see obstacles as opportunities. So where I went with my part this morning is I looked at some steps to achieve excellence in anything. In your spiritual walk, in your health journeys, in your professional goals of what you want to accomplish, steps to achieve excellence in anything. And there were several of them, but I picked a couple of high points that I felt was really big. Number one, we've got to have the hunger for excellence. You know, there's just some things in my life I don't have the hunger to be excellent in. But if it's something I have that burning desire, that pursuit, I really want to do it, then I got to have the hunger for excellence. And here's the emphasis that I put on this. Here's what I mean by that. The emphasis here is on what you want, what I want, not what others want for us. This is a big one, guys. If you think about this, there's things, there's goals, there's journeys that we're all going to go on. And sometimes we get confused because we start venturing off doing what other people want us to do rather than what we want to do ourselves and be excellent at. Does that make sense? I have done so many things in my life where I've started venturing off and I'm doing it because of someone else, not because of myself. So this one was a big one for me. Number two, benchmark against the best. I thought about my profession. What is it that I'm working on? Who are the people who are the best in that area? Now, everybody, man, in the world of social media, everybody can tell you they're the best. They can even do a video and talk about being the best. But are they the best? See, that's a decision that we've all got to figure out. We got to benchmark against the best. So if I want to achieve excellence in anything, I got to find the best out there in that area that I'm trying to be excellent at. But I better make dang sure they're the best at it and they're not a poser, just posing to say they're the best. Does that make sense? Like if I'm trying to run a marathon, I better find the best marathon runner out there to benchmark my work against, not just the person that's going live every day saying they're the best marathon runner. Number 3, learn from the best. That kind of goes with number 2, but here's a different one. I got to hook up with those people who are the best. I got to find a way to get into the inner circle. I got to find a way to get around the best. And it could be that I start studying them, just looking at them from abroad. They don't even know it. But you know what? I've hooked up with them. I watch them every day. I see what they do. You know, my mentor taught me in our profession today of network marketing. He said, Brent, when I was growing up and I was trying to learn the profession, I copied everything from a guy who was the best. He didn't have time for me. I had to go to every one of his presentations, and I took a camcorder out and put it on my shoulder, and I recorded the presentation. And then I went back home and studied it like a game film. I studied it like you would, you know, in coaching. And he said, I talked like he talked. I walked like he walked. I used the same jokes that he used, but I hooked myself with the best. Number 4, you got to go all out. If you want to pursue excellence, there's just no other way. Work really hard. People who try to find the easy way out, they're just kidding themselves. There's no easy way. You know, in our profession, I hear people talk about doing it on social media. If you're doing it on social media, you're working your butt off. There's no easy way. If you're in a living room, you're working your butt off. If you're driving to a meeting, you're working your butt off, right? If you're in the gym on your health goals, you're working your butt off. There's no easy way to lose weight. It's hard. We got to go all out to pursue excellence. And then the last one is kind of a couple of them tied into one. We got to have focused effort to pursue excellence. You know, I can't be out there trying to pursue 1,000 different things because I'm going to master none. So I got to have focused effort. I got to be able to be adaptive, which means I got to be able to pivot. I got to be able to move and then adjust and move and adjust. And if I pull a hamstring, adjust my exercise program. Or if I make some calls and I get stopped, I got to adjust. Constantly, I got to be adaptive. And then the last one is I got to never give up. As we live in a world today that far too many people take their ball and they go to the next game field when they don't get their way, I got to have a never give up mindset to pursue excellence. The road's going to get hard. The valley's going to get lonely. But in order to pursue excellence in my health goals, in my spiritual walk, in my professional walk, man, when things get tough, I've got to go back to seeing obstacles as opportunities and continue to move forward and continue to pound the door down to get what I want. So I hope this helps as we end this week. Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you.
Well, that was a great message, Coach. So thank you so much for that. And as usual, I went in a completely different direction. So that's okay. But the quote that I found that I thought was really powerful was, excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude. And that was Ralph Marston. And the question that I kept, and this was a hard one to look up, guys, like shockingly, I'm like, oh, that's a great word. That'll be so easy. It wasn't as easy as I thought. But the question that I kept thinking about when I was looking into this is, am I striving for excellence or am I striving for perfection? And excellence is something that can be achieved. Perfection, I think about 99% of the time can't, and I can't think of the 1% when it can. So striving for excellence, that creates a desire to work harder, right? To go get it, to be better. But striving for perfection, for me, I don't know about you guys, but I think this might be pretty common. Striving for perfection makes me freeze, right? If I can't do it perfectly, I'm not going to do it at all. And it can make us bitter rather than making us better. So some questions that I would say when you're kind of looking at your journey and where you're trying to get better, where you're trying to excel in your life, is just some questions to ask ourselves and some things to do to make sure that we are really striving for excellence and we're not falling over to the trap of perfection. So first of all, are you valuing yourself for who you are, right? Or do you only value yourself? Are you only proud of yourself when you achieve, right? So are you proud of all the steps that you've taken to get where you are and know that you need to take more, but you're still proud? Or like when you look in the mirror, are you thinking, well, I'm not perfect yet, forget it, right? I've been working really hard these last 4 days, whatever it may be, and I haven't achieved it, forget it. 2, do you know that mistakes are part of the road to success? So we've got to make them in order to excel and move to the next level. 3, and this is a hard one because I fall one way or the other, but are your goals realistic? Right? So are they big goals? Are they lofty goals? But are they possible if you're excelling? Or would you really need to be a superhero in order to achieve them? 4, is there a way that you can bring celebration into your life? I don't know if you guys remember, we did a lesson on celebrate, but is there a way that you can celebrate yourself, your unique talents, your creativity, things that can never be perfect, but they absolutely can be things that you can be proud of? 5, can you play a cooperative game? I picture like a sack race. If you're in a sack race with your, niece or nephew or the kid down the street, it's not going to be perfect, but you can strive to do better and have a lot of fun. So is there a way that you can bring some cooperation into your life, a group effort where you can all give your best? And then 6, I love this one. I talk about it all the time, but can you focus on gratitude? What are you grateful for in your journey? What are you grateful for that you're striving towards? Can you find that gratitude? And then lastly, learn a new skill, something that you're horrible at. Maybe you want to go get Just Dance for your video game. I can't even think of what a video game playing console thing is called, but let's pretend you have one. We're going to call it Nintendo because that's the last one I probably had. But you have Just Dance and you're a horrible dancer. Well, go play and look ridiculous, because if you can look ridiculous and just strive to get a little bit better, you won't be focused on that perfection. So excellence comes from the development of a talent, critical thinking, and creative imagination. So go have some fun and strive for excellence today. Thanks, Coach.
Andrea, that was great. And I want to tell you, we're going to do big things in this group in 2022. I'm excited. We're getting a list together of people that are going to come on and be a special guest for us. This is going to be a great year for all of us. And I really appreciate you being in attendance. And today, Andrea, we got something exciting we're going to do. So here's the deal. We're going to get the word out about the Coach's Corner, okay? Because we want people to be able to jump and start their day with something good. And so here's the deal. We're going to give away a $25 Amazon gift card. All you have to do to participate, if you're watching this or you're listening to this, we're going to pick it at the end of the day. All you got to go do is go to my business page on Facebook and share the Coach's Corner video. It's live right now. It'll go up. All you got to do is go over there, look, you'll see it on my news feed, and just share it out there. Share and say, tune into this with us every week. Share something, okay? Share the video out there. We're going to pick a winner. We're going to give a $25 Amazon gift card away at the end of the day and just have a little Friday fun. So love you guys. Grateful for you. Have a great weekend. Somebody said we. Hey, Andrea, we is a game too. So it kind of came out after Atari. So I love it. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Have a great
I
weekend.
remember
Bye,
having you.
guys. Happy Friday.
Peace.
Love you guys. Have a
You
great
guys,
weekend, everybody.